Hello and welcome back to Rimworld. Last time we fought off a fairly small raid from a bunch of pirate people. I was gonna say it was a big raid, but it wasn't that big. I mean, there were like 3 people and a few of them had EMP grenades and things, you know. We killed them, so it's fine. It doesn't really matter how many of them there were so long as they're all dead, right? Right? That's how it works? I guess so. Anyway, this time we need to continue to expand the colony. We've built the rec room. It ends up we don't have any cloth, which means that we can't actually build the pool tables, which are oh so necessary to the completion of our great communal area of recreation, which is quite unfortunate. One thing that we do want to do is try to put down like some roads in here. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world. One would argue it's not even all that important. But on the other hand, I would say if we have some sort of like paths between the buildings, it could be much nicer. At the same time, we do need some light in here. And a crafting spot, which is going to be, I mean, it's going to be okay. I mean, crafting spots aren't that great when you think about it. What should we make? Should we make a club? Who wants to make some clubs? Let's make some short bows instead. I mean, clubs are okay, but short bows, I feel like, are much more useful. I'm sure someone will buy a short bow at some point. There's no telling. I don't know if bows are just so common that no one would possibly care for it. So we could do paved tiles or concrete. Fast to walk on, cheap, very ugly. Quite ugly, actually. That's unfortunate. Neutral in terms of looks, slow to build. Paved tiles, that sounds like what we want along here. We're going to throw down... Ooh, that's going to be a lot of steel going into these paved tiles. I will submit all of the steel to paved tiles. We must do it. Look, someone has to make nice paths along here. And no one else is going to make nice paths but us. And it's going to have to be paved tiles because, you know, I said so. It's just a terribly frivolous use of steel, isn't it? It's quite unfortunate. So apparently we've got an eclipse, which is just great. I mean, we built these solar panels for a reason, usually to fill up our nice little batteries, but apparently nature doesn't want us to use our nice solar panels. Ninja, are you seriously... Are you watching the eclipse next to a dead guy? Ninja, you're crazy. You are ludicrous. If you could possibly actually strip that guy too, that'd be great. And I think of all the people, Kimmy's gonna be the one who wants to get that vest. Because Kimmy's got a shotgun. Her goal is gonna be like to get in close. And once you get in close, things get a bit iffy in terms of the whole survival if you don't have a nice like suit of armor or something on you. I feel like that's pretty important. Man, okay. So what do we have in terms of resources? We have some, like... We have a club. We got a good amount of steel. We've got tons of leather. We just don't have enough of any single type of leather, which is kind of unfortunate, because I kind of want to throw, like, armchairs in everyone's rooms so that they can, you know, chill out, relax, not have to just sit on their beds all day. But armchairs also happen to be exceptionally expensive. I don't know if you've ever noticed. They cost 100 leather. And, big thing, it has to be the same type of leather for the entire thing, which is absolutely crazy. Oh, there's a dead deer over there. We can set that deer to be butchered. I'm pretty sure the rest of the deer won't care all too much if we butcher their deer friend, so long as we don't, you know, shoot a deer in the process. Which, if anyone shoots a deer in the process of trying to butcher a deer, I'm going to be quite concerned, because that'd be really weird. Okay, looks like we're getting the paving tiles all built up to begin with. It is nighttime, so, I mean, we're just going to have to wait a moment. Let that pass on by. And here we go. How are you guys doing? Having a nice meal in the common area? Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Bushetto and Chewy are getting along. Chewy's the missionary, right? Is he a missionary? Yes, he is. Yeah, Bushetto the wild man. Well, I guess he's a Luddite. I mean, I guess Luddites are wild men, or most wild men are in some way a Luddite, so I guess it makes sense. So the wild man Bushetto and the missionary Chewy getting along, which is always a good thing. We want our people to feel at home together, as opposed to feeling like they want to kill each other. That's generally not a good sign. I don't like it when my people want to absolutely tear each other's throats out. That would not be good. We are working on brewing as well, which is going to be our thing. Look, we are going to be the communist brewing company. It is going to be the greatest brewing company ever. We're going to make like beers, maybe some rum, a bit of whiskey maybe. I don't know. Is whiskey too edgy for our colony? Is our colony not like hip enough to do any form of whiskey? Oh, look, it's raining. And nobody, well, okay, I was going to say nobody's getting wet. I take it back. They do have to walk over to the storage room, which doesn't have a roof over it. But for the most part, they're not getting wet because we've got nice overhead roofed areas all over the place. How are we doing in terms of this heal root? It's only 44% grown. Oh, I guess this stuff is 65% grown. It takes absolutely forever to grow that stuff. Ridiculous. I wonder if we get anything when we grow these daylilies. Because, I mean, it's not like they'd be worth much, but it could... Having a few daylilies, like, I don't know, could we make a daylily tea out of it? And we can use, like, the common space to also farm nice little herbs? That'd be great. I don't think that's a thing. I want it to be a thing, but it's probably not a thing. It's quite unfortunate. We get nothing, really. Oh, man, this colony is going places. What else do we need to do? I feel like we can't let down our guard too much, because the moment we let down our guard, things are going to go downhill. I can feel it already. The terrible creatures out in the wilderness are just waiting to pounce upon us. I feel like one thing we could do, work out a little tool cabinet in here. These guys, as it says, increases the work speed of nearby benches. So if we just throw like a tool cabinet right next to this research bench, we could possibly get an increased speed for research. We could possibly throw one in the actual kitchen as well at some point. I mean, not right now. That's too much. I mean, I think we only really need one tool bench for the colony at this point. I think that's more than enough tools for 5 individual people. So, okay, what else can we get? I mean, for the most part, we've gotten the majority of the things that we could need. I mean, a few more batteries wouldn't hurt at this point, because we are filling up the batteries quite nicely. The pathway is basically complete at this point, which is great. Oh, man. Things are just going so nicely. Perhaps we should start growing... Whoa, what is that? Cancel that. Do not put power lines in the cornfield. I feel like that's very bad for the continued existence of our corn. I don't think corn is very good at dealing with any form of like electricity running through it. Now, I don't know much about corn plants, to tell you the truth, but I think that's a thing. So I'm feeling we need a bit more of crops. So we're going to actually get some cotton plants so we can possibly get some cloth up in here. Maybe sell off some cloth as well, because cotton tends to be a cash crop, which is probably going to be nice, I would guess. And here we can start actually bringing up some hop plants, because we are going to go into brewing, and hops are a key part of brewing the alcoholic beverage, otherwise known as beer, or just straight up known as beer. I don't think it's otherwise known as beer. That's a bit weird. Chewy, where did you get... Was that a bunch of rice? Where did Chewy get a bunch of rice? Huh. I didn't know there was a bunch of rice just sitting out here. I thought we'd used up all the rice. Maybe Chewy has a secret stash of rice out in the mountains. Chewy, you're supposed to be a missionary. You're supposed to be a nice person. Don't go around, like, stashing rice out in the mountains. This is a communist place. Admittedly, I'm generally a proponent for the capitalist side of this, but I mean, at the same time, if you're gonna have principles, you better stick to them. Come on now. You can't just go around willy-nilly believing whatever you want to believe. You have to follow a strict set of beliefs, Mr. Chewy. Come on now. Anyway, at some point, we'll probably burn him at the stake for having hoarded food. That's not acceptable. That's not something you just do. Not at all. Is anyone working on, like, shortbow production? Is anyone, like, capable of doing that? Do we have crafting set? Leinster has crafting set up. We could also have Kimmy do some crafting as well. I don't know what we actually need to make a shortbow. Let's actually take a look. Requires 40 wood. Note, small volume ingredients like gold requires 20 times as much. No, okay, so we just need 40 wood. That appears to be all that is necessary to create some bows. So I guess we're just waiting for someone to be available for this. Ooh. So is this work speed factor plus 6%? I assume this is working on the actual research bench at this point, which should be nice. Looks like everyone's getting all the plants all grown up here. We've got our nice cotton plants. This will provide a new textile industry for all people equally, to create nice cloth of some sort or another, probably. Cross your fingers. I don't know exactly how much money we could possibly make. What happened to that heel root? I know what happened to the heel root. Leinster, arm yourself! That rabbit ate our heel root! You're dead, rabbit! You're done! Get out. Get out. Fire on the hair. Take him down. Take him down. You will not eat our heel root, rabbit! You should be much more concerned than you are right now. Yeah, that's right. Leinster's a crazy good shot. Stupid rabbit trying to go in and eat our heel root. That is not acceptable. Leinster, can you possibly... Oh, we need more material. Dang. Why don't we have material ever? That's the worst. Let's get some more mining going on here. We need more compact steel. What happens when we run out of compact steel? Do we just have to wait for things to fall? What is this? Gold ore! Gold ore! I love gold ore. That's just too great of a thing for us to leave. I'm literally having a panic attack over the fact that I just found a bunch of gold ore. Oh my word. Oh, there's even more. Oh, we're rich. We're rich, people. We are rich. We're going to pave our roads in gold. And there's plasteel over here. I didn't know plasteel was something that you just, like, mined out of a wall. That's kind of weird, actually. I don't like that. The gold, huh? I love the gold. The plasteel, that's kind of weird. I'm fine with steel. Not so much with plasteel. I mean, in saying that, you also don't mine steel out of a wall. I don't know if you know how mining works or anything like that, or how metallurgy goes. But steel is actually basically carbonized iron, so, you know, it's not really a thing in the sense that they're trying to put it out to be. Oh, there we go. We just put some lights up in the road. Now all the communists can see equally what happens to be on the road, as opposed to those communists who, of course, have better eyesight, would be privileged to be able to see better. Now it's equal. Everyone sees the same amount. How nice. This is how communist we are, people. This is what it's come to. I mean, I'm not terribly concerned about it, but at the same time, it's kind of weird that we are so devoted to communism. It's concerning. Okay, also, one thing. I was on the interwebs, and I noticed a little thing about wind turbines. One thing that you can do to prevent things from growing in front of these is to actually build a grow zone right in front, And so long as we don't start growing any form of, so long as we don't grow any trees or anything, we won't be blocking the actual wind path of this. So if we grow something like, yeah, just potatoes, this will prevent any trees from growing up in the area in front of these wind turbines. And, you know, basically increase the efficiency of our overall energy production while at the same time producing for us a bit of potato. It'll be great. Trust me. It's going to be the best thing ever. So, fair question. How nice are these rooms? Apparently it's not very nice. Oh, I guess they're 0.7 actually. They're like 0.5, 0.6, 0.8. So this one's just bad because apparently there's a piece of, like, dirt on the ground, which I guess is, like, a negative 15. Lenster, do you just never clean your room? Is that what it is? I mean, that's kind of weird. I'm going to level with you. That's not really acceptable. Apparently we got mostly neutral rooms out here. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We'll deal with it. What? Some sort of psychic wave swept over the landscape. Your colonists are okay. But it seems many of the tortoises in the area have been driven insane. Oh, no. Oh, my word. Oh, I'm so terrified. No. Oh, why did it have to be tortoises? Oh, I'm not even slightly concerned about this. Come on. You really think I'm going to freak out about a bunch of random tortoises? We got this under control. Don't worry. So what can we possibly... What is this? That's hair leather. We're going to make an animal bed out of hair leather for the cat. We're going to put it right in the common dining area. It's going to be great. Apparently one of the man-hunting turtles has shown up in the colony. He's apparently just moving around. Chewy can't take out the man-hunting turtle because he's a strict pacifist. Lenster, on the other hand, is 100% capable of shooting this tortoise to death. Bushetto, watch out! Don't get in front of Lenster. Okay, he didn't get in front of Lenster. That's good. Lenster, you can just beat it to death. You're allowed to beat the tortoise to death. Don't worry about it. I mean, at least it wasn't deer this time. I mean, last time there was a psychic wave like that, it was deer, which is never a good thing. You do not want to fight a bunch of deer. Oh, look, there's another man-hunting tortoise. Ninja? Ninja? You're gonna need to go take out that tortoise. I hope that you don't have, like, some affinity for all tortoise kind, but that tortoise does not deserve to live, given that it's decided that for some reason we are a good target for it to take down. We're really not a good target. We are quite powerful. Kimmy is picking out on food because she's depressive. I mean, that's not the end of the world. Kimmy, you can pig out on food. What's going on here? Lenster, are you taking pot shots in the direction of Kimmy? Look, rule number 1, Lenster. You don't fire past your friends to get to your enemies. Ninja, just beat the tortoise to death. You don't always have to use your gun, Ninja. So long as you use your gun at range... and then beat them to death with your gun at close range. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, just take... Lenster? Lenster just got downed... Oh, my word. She just got downed by a tortoise. You're not allowed to be in the colony anymore, Lenster. That's not acceptable. Ninja got downed by a tortoise, too. What the heck is this? Tortoises aren't dangerous. It's just a tortoise. Bushetto, can you take up, like, the mantle of responsibility of actually, you know, dealing with the fact that there's a bunch of tortoise here? Chewy, go save Ninja. This is pathetic. This is absolutely pathetic. I cannot believe... 4 tortoise downed 2 of our guys. I'd expect... if even one person is going to get down by a tortoise, I want, like, a horde. Like, a wave of tortoise to, like, flow over the person if they're going to be downed by a tortoise. It is completely unacceptable to be taken down by just a single tortoise. Oh, these people are terrible. Leinster, can you go pick up your rifle again? You're not allowed to sleep and heal yourself till you pick up your rifle and pretend that you never got downed by a tortoise to begin with. Because that was... I don't even know. I can't even. It's just too much at this point. Just too much. My goodness. Well, for now, that brings us to, I guess, the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we shall continue our great colony. Hopefully next time, our research into brewing will have been completed, and we'll be able to actually start our brewing industry, which will get us a ton of money. Hopefully, we'll also be able to dig up some of this gold, which would also be amazing, because we'd make so much money so quickly. Because, you know, it's gold, and that's what gold does. I feel like we're on the up and up, and things can only get better from here. So, until next time, thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.